Joe, Ellie, thank you for making The Last of Us one of my favorite games of all time, man.
You're welcome.
No, man, thank you, man.
Watch the ride.
Greetings, one and all. This is Rhythmworks, and welcome to my channel with some The Last of Us Remastered, but this time in a single-player story mode style. As I will tell you, say, huh, baby, bang the line. Oh dear, and that's the reason why you haven't heard from me in a while. Gameplay. What have I missed? Well, before I even go into that, I just want to give explanation as to why I haven't really been gaming over the last couple of weeks amongst my PSN friends, and also why I haven't really been making much videos. I haven't been well, man. I've had a severe sore throat and a chesty cough that I'm slowly getting over right about now. You know when you cough so hard that your ears are blocked and your eyes just bulge and produce tears? That's how heavy my cough was, and it all started from me having an afternoon nap and snoring real hard and ingesting a dirt ball. I don't know where it came from, a dust ball rather, the size of a ball bearing. I don't know if it went through my nose or through my mouth, but it stayed lodged in my throat, and my throat became infected. And also with the change of weather from summer to fall, just came about real sudden, and I felt the effect of that as well. So I had a cold and a sore throat and a chest infection, and I don't usually suffer from colds or anything like that, but when it does happen, it's hardcore, and I really feel the effect of it. So that is the reason why I haven't really been doing much. Yeah, I've been watching some YouTube content amongst my subs, amongst my friends and stuff, some good content. What have I missed? Well, first of all, Alien Isolation, and my opinions. Well, it's hard to kind of draw an opinion on a game that you haven't really played, but I have played part of its franchise, which was the dreadful Aliens Colonial Marines, and I know my friend Pemby66 has got the game, and he's currently making videos on it as we speak. And out of all the games that I've missed, I think Alien Isolation would be the one that I have the most interest in, if any. But it's a single player game by all accounts, and me as a social game, I like to just have that whole multiplayer co-op experience now. You know, my choosing a game has to have that element as a prerequisite, or it's got to be a damn good game for me to play just as a single player game alone, because I think the life of the single player game obviously is a lot shorter unless you add DLC on top of DLC on top of DLC, but then it proves a little bit expensive when that happens. When you have a game like this, The Last of Us, where yeah, you have the DLC, but you also have the multiplayer, which is a damn good game. Damn good game. You know, it kind of proves the point of having less is more, in my opinion. But yeah, Alien Isolation, I'm interested, but it's not making my wallet talk to me, as it were. Next game that has come out, Shadow of Mordor. Nope. Sorry about that, guys. You know, and it's in no way a criticism of anybody else who plays the game, plays that type of game. Dungeons and Dragons RPG, it's been around, Skyrim, all those games. Yeah, you know, I don't understand the fascination, but I respect the fascination that it has with the fans of that genre. But for me personally, doesn't bait my noodle. I mean, it took me 2 years to get into first-person shooters, and the same 2 years for me to get into science fiction shooters, space shooters. You know, so for me, what's to say that I can't get into games like that? But until such time, yeah, I'm not really feeling that at the moment. And I decided to play the Last of Us story mode just to clear up the game on survivor mode, so I can give it a proper go on grounded mode, and also get all the pickups and the trophies on easy mode. Is there any more of these guys to get? There are, aren't they? Yeah, there are. Yeah, what's the other game? Drive Club. Now, if this game wasn't available for free on PS Plus, I wouldn't even give it no attention. But even the little bit of attention that I gave it is dissipating simply because of the fact that it's not even available on PS Plus. A year after its scheduled release and delays and etc. I'm more inclined to wait on games like The Crew, because that seems to be a more exciting game. Exciting. You see, I've got to take that freaking word away from my vocabulary when it comes to freaking games, man. Anyway, yeah, I vowed to take the word excite, excited, excitement out of my vocabulary when it comes to pre-orders and pre-release games, because the feeling of anticlimax and letdowns on some games can just simply be overwhelming, especially when you put a lot of faith into something that just doesn't deliver. But anyway, I just came off a telephone call that lasted over 45 minutes with a British Telecom sales assistant. And I've got to say that British Telecom, they are a smart freaking company. Now, what they had done, they sent me a letter this morning basically stating that my call charges has been revised and will increase. I mean, they sent me an email to that effect a couple of months ago, and they were saying that the prices were going to go up from next year. But now they're actually putting up the price on the 1st of December. Now, I usually pay something like around £160.23 every quarter, but they're putting up the price £1 on call features, £1 on broadband, and you know, they're just putting up little bits here and there for each feature that you use with your phone line, and they give you the opportunity to phone them to find out how they can take the price down. And they're very, very smart. You know, I give sales assistants the time of day because it's their job. It's their way of earning money. Do you know what I'm saying? And if they can spend like, you know, a 20-minute call or a 45-minute call with me, that's 45 minutes less of their day to go through. So I think I'm doing them a service as well. But anyway, back to the conversation. They gave me a free phone number so I can call them to find out exactly how I can bring the price down. To which I did. I phoned them up and they stated that they can help bring the price down by having this thing called, in fact I've got the letter right here in front of me, and it's called Line Rental Plus, where they can give you 4 extra features at no extra cost. So I'm saying, well, how can that work? And they said, well, we can basically give you a brand new telephone that already has those features in place. So I said, well, okay, so I'm gonna get that for free, right? No, it's gonna cost you £35. So I said, well, how does that fit in with the no extra cost? Well, it's gonna cost you like £7 a month if you utilize them features. But if you utilize the telephone, you only have to pay £30 odd, but it's a one-off payment. So I said, well, technically, there's still a charge. Yeah, but we're just charging you for the item. And I said, yeah, you're slick, but you're not slick enough, because the extra features that you have, and I hope I'm not boring you guys with this, but I just want to give you an insight, is priority fault fixes, Call barring to stop expensive calls. Choose to refuse to block unwanted calls and bill updates by text. Okay, they all don't make no sense to me because first of all, priority fault fixes. If I've got a fault on my line, are you trying to tell me that because I've got an updated telephone that I'm gonna be of priority more than another person who's just down the freaking street who's got the same fault from the same telephone exchange? That don't make sense. Call barring to stop expensive calls. That's just common sense. I tell my people, do not touch my phone. Or I tell my kids, don't touch my phone. Or a stranger is gonna ask me, can I use your phone? They're not gonna come and just take my phone and use my phone without permission. So why am I gonna be paying £7 for that? Choose to refuse to block unwanted calls. If I want to block unwanted calls, I just don't fucking pick up the phone. Am I gonna pay £7 for that? And finally, bill updates by text. Well, why do I need a text to let me know that I've got to pay British Telecom another bill in another 3 months when I already get the bills by post and by email? So why are you giving me a false sense of security that, oh, my line rental is not going to be that bad, but I've got to buy a telephone that's going to give me those features? That's bullshit. And then the lady said to me, well, you know, you have elderly people that needs to feel safe and this and that. So, yeah. So she attacked my conscience in that respect. And I said to her, yeah, it's a fair balance. Yeah, you know, I'm elderly if you like, you know, but I still know what common sense is as an old fart. You know what I mean? But anyway, I digress. But that's the conversation that I had with British Telecom. So on top of that, you know, you're paying your PS Plus subscription to enable you to play online, and then you're gonna put your trust in game developers like whoever it is that put out Drive Club to have a good experience with the game, when you're only gonna be let down by the very fact that their servers have let them down and let everybody else down. And that's something that's slowly pissing me off to no end. They've put in a lot of, and I say they, not only Drive Club, but other developers, they're putting on so much emphasis on pre-order bonuses and all that bullshit, and they simply forget about the core mechanics of the game. And I think the one thing that The Last of Us has proved is that they've taken a simple format of a game, gave it a fucking good story and some good mechanics, and just made it a game that can be played and played over and over and over again. I didn't even think I would even be interested in picking up the game to play the story mode again because I was so into the multiplayer. But as you can see, I'm playing the story mode and I can still play it again and again and again. It's just one of those games I really, really like. But Drive Club, nah, it's just not one of those games that's gonna hold my attention anymore. I just hope that developers in the future just get their fucking act together and just deal with the game. Fuck all the DLC, fuck the season pass, fuck all of that. Because now people are gonna get wiser to the fact now. You know, I think with Destiny, and I know I've said this before, ladies and gentlemen, I know I've said it to myself and to you guys a million times over, but I'm just not into the whole DLC season pass pre-order bullshit. Unless it's a game I know I am going to get. One of which is Rainbow Six Siege. Because that game is reminiscent of survivor mode in The Last of Us. But it's more faster. And I like games like that. You know, I haven't been into the Rainbow Six franchise for a long time. So that's going to be a game I know I'm going to enjoy. But in terms of what I've missed in 2014 thus far, haven't really missed much. Far Cry 4 is probably the only other game, and PlayStation TV is probably going to be the only bit of hardware that I'm going to really be interested into parting my money with. What's that? Rats? There's a rat on my barbecue. What am I gonna do? There's a rat on my barbecue. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna cook that rat. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cook that rat. Sorry, it was just begging for that gag. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching the video, guys. I'm sorry if this video is coming out half-baked, if you like, but I'm just not well. But I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm still in the gaming universe, if you like, but not on full throttle. And hope you guys are enjoying the games that you are enjoying. And you know the coup, you know, whatever the game, whatever the format, whatever the console, whatever the genre, happy gaming, because that's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. Happy gaming. And until I catch you guys in the next one, I'm gonna leave you with a scene that I think is the best scene in the whole game, in my opinion. You know, hardcore Reservoir Dogs style in this game, The Last of Us. So I'll catch you guys in the next one, and until such time, Megan.
The girl. Is she alive?
What girl? I don't know no girl.
Fuck! Focus right here, right here. I'll pop your goddamn knee off. The girl.
She's alive. She's David's newest pet.
Where?
In the town. In the town.
Now you're gonna mark it on the map. And it better be the same exact spot your buddy points to. Mark it.
It's right there. You can verify it. Go ask him. Go on. I tell you, I ain't lying. I ain't. Fuck you, man. He told you what you wanted. I ain't telling you shit.
That's all right. I believe him.
No, wait!